Hi everyone, hope you're all doing good. Most of you are probably watching this presentation on an Apple product of some sort, whether it be an iPhone, an iMac, a MacBook, regardless of which product it is. It's pretty safe to say that none of these would be around if it weren't for the late and great Steve Jobs. So I'm going to be giving this presentation on Steve Jobs and his commencement speech at the Stanford graduation ceremony. I chose this particular individual because I believe he is of the utmost importance to our modern generation. He's one of the great inventors and entrepreneurs of our time, and he truly did pave the way for the technological era that we live in today. In regards to the speech, I believe it's particularly important because it deals with the idea of living before you die. And to my fellow students, it is particularly important because he's addressing an audience full of college students who are on the verge of graduating from one of the most prestigious universities that the world has to offer. So I'm assuming most of you know who Steve Jobs is, but for those who don't, he is the co-founder of Apple. And there's a lot of stigma around the guy because of his strict morals, strict opinions, and ideas. But I believe that all of that is outweighed by the inventions and products that he's given our generation. So Steve Jobs gave this speech back in 2005, which was around 6 years before his passing in 2011. So he already established himself as an extremely important inventor and entrepreneur. Given that the speech was at a graduation ceremony, I'm sure the mood throughout the crowd was full of excitement, maybe some fear. I'm sure there was some relief as well. But without further ado, here is an excerpt from Steve Jobs' commencement speech at the Stanford graduation ceremony. You've got to find what you love. And that's as true for work as it is for your lovers. Your work is going to fill a large part of your life, and the only way to be truly satisfied is to do what you believe is great work. And the only way to do great work is to do what you love to do. If you haven't found it yet, keep looking. As for all matters of the heart, you'll know when you find it. And, like any great relationship, just gets better and better as the years roll on. So keep looking, don't settle. No one wants to die. Even people who go to heaven don't want to die to get there. And yet death is the destination that we all share. No one has escaped it. And that's the way it should be. Because death is very likely the single best invention of life. It is life's change agent. It clears out the old to make way for the new. And right now is the new you. But someday, not too long from now, it will gradually become the old and be cleared away. Sorry to be so dramatic, but it is quite true. Your time is limited, so don't waste it living someone else's life. Don't be trapped by dogma, which is living with the results of other people's thinking. Don't let the noise of others' opinions drown out your own inner voice. And most important, have the courage to follow your heart and intuition. They somehow already know what you want to become. Everything else is secondary. So to wrap it all up, I thought that Steve Jobs did an extremely effective job at presenting this speech to the audience. And this is for a few reasons, but one reason that I really want to point out is his ability to adapt with the audience. I think he obviously recognized that the audience was going to be composed of mainly college-age students who are on the verge of graduating and about to enter the real life in the workforce. So I think he really wanted to share some experiences that he had in his young adult life, in his young collegiate life, even into his regular adult life that these students could resonate with. And it's because of the sharing of these experiences that I truly believe that each and every one of those audience members was able to resonate with the man and really take in all the values and the lessons that he was talking about. So, in the words of the late and great Steve Jobs, do what you believe is great work, and the only way to do great work is to do what you love to do. Thank you.